Our next performer, a dear friend of all of us, actually just here because he likes smoke-filled rooms. Martin Mull. Martin.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please sit down. Thank you. You know, before we go any further, I wonder if we could all just take a moment here. Bless you. It's where your March of Dimes money goes, ladies and gentlemen. Bless his heart. What if we could all take a moment and think about how important this evening really is? Lance could see Suzanne silhouetted in the window above, her diaphanous negligee straining against her swelling breasts, her tongue darting about her waiting lips like a flickering candle.
Don't stop now!
Dark and wet as the night itself.
Yeah.
That's not it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we are gathered here to pay tribute to a fully licensed restaurant. But for countless tourists, theatrical agents, and children of the night, it is more than just a place to eat. It is more than just a building to get drunk in. For it is here on this very stage that many a confused and struggling young person wandering aimlessly down the sidewalk of life has stepped right into show business. This mother stage, suffering the suckling babes of comedy unto her bosom.
Amen.
Yes, they all stood here, and they all sucked. But they learned, and they grew to greatness. Right here is where Robin Williams tirelessly and deftly molded his otherwise debilitating social disorders into a seven-figure paycheck. Robin. Here, on this very stage.
Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome. Indeed. Here is where Paul Rodriguez discovered the mother lode of material to be found in ridiculing one's own people, making him the envy of every non-Latin performer in America. Lord knows I'd love to tell some jokes like, how does a Mexican know when he's hungry his ass stops burning? Things like that. I can't do it. That's your turf, and I wouldn't step on it.
His name is Martin Mull. He lives maybe in Malibu. You can find it.
Thank you again, Robin. And right here is where Billy Crystal first realized that he and Sammy Davis shared more than height and a common religion. And right here is where he began the work of healing the wounds of ethnic diversity in this country with just a smile and a manager. Billy, bless you.
Thank you, Martin. Marty, and may I say thanks because you're giving me nachas, and I want to say for you to say hi to the other boys from Brazil when you see them.
My pleasure, Bill.
Thank you.
And right here is where Richard Lewis perfected his Tony Danza meets Marion Lorne kind of delivery. Pretty damn unique. And he also... And also hear that he found out that there were dozens of people across America that could identify with him. And here's where Robert Klein rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed that spontaneity that would carry him to the Merv Griffin show, the silver screen, and ultimately to cable. Good work, Bob. No, it's the least I can do.
You want me to get you some water or something, man? Okay, baby, I'll take it out slow. Hey, bad white man, bad.
I don't blame you, Robin. I blame the one that gave you the shot.
Thank you, Martin.
Okay, at least it keeps you on your feet. It's better than that terrible thing we saw backstage. Never. I must confess,
I missed you. Thank you for calling, though. I've missed you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
It was an evening. Who knew?
It was fun.
I guess the Great Dane remembers.
I guess and that living room's a little more butch now that we did what we did, isn't it?
Yes.
Robin had the idea for the steer horns to hold up the curtains there. I thought that was kind of nice.
Go ahead, Martin. Keep reading.
I will. Actually, I must confess that I personally have never performed here, or at any comedy club for that matter. It's, as a firm believer in capitalism and the minimum wage, my professional hands were kind of tied, bud. Sorry. I'm not suggesting that the performers at the Improv go unpaid. Au contraire. In fact, on some occasions, those checks can reach double digits, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, there are those who ask for no payment, those who use the Improv as a kind of a testing ground for new material, sort of a comedy escrow for that Hope for Tonight Show shot, right? So where does the money go? Now, Bud Friedman is a man who has always strongly felt that being able to loosen up our neckties and smile at our troubles is worth at least a $6.50 cover and a 2-drink minimum. Let's say, for instance, that over a pleasant holiday weekend, perhaps 1,000 people might come through that front door to relax and have a chuckle or two. We're talking $6,500 right there. Not to mention the 3,000 or 4,000 more from the bozos who take the 2-drink minimum as a dare. Call it $5,000 a night low end. Now, it seems obvious that given the neighborhood, rent here could not be $150,000 a month. Yet, according to Mr. Friedman, it's a break-even business. How can this be? Well, very easily, I'm afraid. First of all, let's talk about the rising costs of competent interior decorating. All of you, settle back in your comfortable chair for a moment and look around you. Perhaps you can appreciate that this kind of luxury, it doesn't come without a pretty price tag as well. Just save it for later. He still has that rash. Now let's talk about the waiter persons here. They can't be expected to survive on the 10% of their tips that Mr. Friedman allows them to keep. They have to be paid a salary, and from the looks of their clothes, it's a damned handsome one. Add that to the cost of a reliable sound system, state-of-the-art backstage facilities, and it's easy to see how paying the performers here the going rate for human life as we know it could spell disaster. Now, there is, of course, a part of me that feels very sad indeed that I am not an Improv alumnus, that I never had the fun of standing up here for over an hour asking hayseeds where they're from. There's an unspeakable loneliness that I feel when I overhear other comics of my generation sharing memories of a waitress that had blown them both. And, of course, the emptiness of never having stood on the sidewalk at midnight counting the house with a man they called Bud. But alas, I work for money. Perhaps someday enough will be enough. It's hard to say. I have a figure in mind, of course, and if and when I reach it, who knows? Maybe then I can work for free drinks and bus fare. Maybe then I can finally say a resounding yes to all those pinko bleeding hearts that badger me on a daily basis to perform at their little friggin' fundraisers. If that day comes, then I shall begin right here, learning the art of performing for chump money on the beloved stage of the Improv, and feeling the warm, gently guiding hand of Bud Friedman so close behind me. A crazy dream? Perhaps so. But it's a dream that I retain in a very special part of my body. So, Bud, all I can say is keep up the good work and long live the Improv. And for you folks watching at home, let me just add that if you've never spent an evening at the Improv, you won't know what you're missing. But if you do, you'll know why everyone says that Bud Friedman is to comedy what a stewardess is to the woman's movement. God bless you. Thank you.
Martin Mull.